Have you ever wondered about the implications of Israel's settlement policies on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict? Let's dive into this intricate and often controversial subject. At the heart of this issue are Israel's settlement policies, particularly in the West Bank. These policies revolve around the establishment and growth of Israeli communities, often referred to as settlements, in territories that were captured by Israel during the Six-Day War of 1967. These settlements, scattered across the landscape, are more than just homes. They symbolize a deeply rooted political and ideological struggle. Each expansion is an act of assertion, a statement of presence that fuels the ongoing tension between Israelis and Palestinians. These settlements, their expansion, and the policies that allow them form a complex and contentious aspect of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. So why are these settlements so significant? They are central to the discussions and negotiations surrounding the conflict. Understanding these policies is crucial to comprehending the broader Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The construction and expansion of these settlements have not gone unnoticed on the global stage. Israel's settlement policies have drawn significant international criticism, with many observers viewing them as a violation of international law. But why is this so? The heart of the matter lies in the impact these settlements have on the feasibility of a two-state solution, a framework widely endorsed for resolving the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. This solution envisions two independent states, Israel and Palestine, living side by side in peace. However, the continuous expansion of Israeli settlements into territories captured during the 1967 Six-Day War is seen as a significant obstacle to this peace framework. The settlements alter the demographic balance, making it increasingly difficult to establish a contiguous and independent Palestinian state. While supporters of the settlements argue that they bolster Israel's security and fulfill religious and historical rights to the land, many in the international community see things differently. They perceive the establishment and expansion of these settlements as a strategic move that undermines the prospect of a peaceful resolution to the conflict. In essence, the construction of these settlements has not only transformed the physical landscape, but also the political one. They have introduced new complexities into an already intricate conflict, deepening disagreements and heightening tensions. The settlements have become a significant point of contention, both regionally and internationally. But what does the establishment of these settlements mean for Palestinian communities? One of the most pressing issues is the land disputes that arise from the establishment of these settlements. Often this involves the confiscation of Palestinian-owned land. This not only sparks protracted land disputes, but in some cases results in forced displacements of Palestinian families. The complexities of these disputes are deeply rooted in the region's history and continue to fuel tensions between the two communities. Yet the impact goes beyond territorial issues. The settlements also have significant economic implications for Palestinians. Restrictions on access to essential resources and the free movement of people and goods are some of the major roadblocks. For instance, limited access to water resources or agricultural lands hampers the potential for economic growth and self-sufficiency. Similarly, restrictions on free movement can disrupt trade and employment opportunities, further crippling the local economy. And then there's the matter of security. The presence of settlements contributes to heightened tensions and security challenges in the region. Clashes between Israeli settlers and Palestinians are a recurring issue, often resulting in loss of life and property. This volatile environment not only exacerbates the hardship faced by Palestinian communities, but also hinders efforts towards establishing peace and understanding between the two groups. In essence, the establishment and expansion of Israeli settlements impact Palestinian communities on multiple levels. They disrupt the social fabric, curtail economic development, and pose serious security concerns. Each new settlement or expansion of an existing one further entrenches these issues, making it increasingly difficult for Palestinians to envision a future where they can thrive in their own land. It's important to recognize that these impacts are not isolated incidents, but are part of a broader pattern of challenges faced by Palestinian communities due to the ongoing Israeli-Palestinian conflict. As we move forward in our discussion, we'll see how these local impacts tie into the international response and the broader challenges of achieving a two-state solution. The impact on Palestinian communities is multifaceted, affecting everything from economic development to security. The international community has not remained silent on this issue. The breadth and depth of Israel's settlement policies have elicited responses from the global stage, with the United Nations standing at the forefront. Numerous resolutions have been passed, each with a similar cadence, condemning the Israeli settlements as a violation of international law and a significant roadblock to achieving lasting peace. This chorus of condemnation is not limited to the United Nations alone. Across the globe, countries from every corner have voiced their concerns. Even nations traditionally supportive of Israel have expressed unease about the impact of the settlements on the peace process. The international outcry is loud and clear, yet the settlements continue to grow, and with them, the complexity of the issue. The challenges are manifold. At the heart of these challenges lies the two-state solution, a widely endorsed framework for resolving the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The settlements, however, create both physical and demographic obstacles to this solution. They disrupt the establishment of contiguous and independent Israeli and Palestinian states, adding layers of intricacy to an already tangled issue. The peace process, too, is deeply affected. Settlements have been a consistent stumbling block to resuming meaningful peace negotiations between Israelis and Palestinians. They undermine trust and confidence-building measures, making it increasingly difficult for the two sides to find common ground. The more the settlements expand, the more elusive the prospect of peace becomes. Yet despite these challenges, the issue of settlements is not insurmountable. It requires a willingness to engage in difficult conversations, to compromise, and to acknowledge the legitimate concerns of all parties involved. It requires a commitment to peace, justice, and international law. While the settlements remain at the heart of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, finding a resolution that satisfies all parties is a complex task. But it is a task we must undertake, for the sake of peace, for the sake of justice, and for the sake of our shared future. So, what have we learned about Israel's settlement policies and their impact? We've delved into the contentious nature of these policies, the international criticism they've garnered, and their effect on Palestinian communities. We've studied the United Nations condemnations and the challenges they pose to a two-state solution and the peace process. The complexity of this issue underlines the intricate task of finding a just and equitable solution. The settlements are a key issue in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, highlighting the complexity of finding a just and lasting resolution.